Hey guys, Grimjob here. Got a game here versus Vegan on Farmland, I think. I'm playing as Soviet All-Round Doctrine. They're playing as the Finns. This is my first time doing a commentary or voiceover of my gameplay, so bear with me while I get used to all the controls over here at Grimjob HQ. Try and drop a few hints, a few thoughts, what I was thinking throughout the game. I know that watching some of the other Gates of Hell players, some of the videos that they've been posting has been really helpful for to help me get a lot better at this game. I don't consider myself that good at the game, but yeah, it's definitely probably things to learn from watching other people's gameplay. Maybe things to do or things not to do, as we might see here. I guess first thing is doctrine choice. I really like the all-round doctrine for this map in particular, but as well as against the Finns. It's got really good big, cheap squads, really strong late or high tier infantry, and it also has really good anti-infantry light vehicles as well, and doctrine units. And so because my opponent went Finns, that's why I chose all-round, because I could yeah, use units like T60 or the Artie Signaler to sort of nullify his possible infantry advantage. He's probably going to be swarming me, most likely. Other thing I like to think about is knowing the map as I throw a grenade into myself. Knowing the map's really important, I find, so that you know where which parts are more important to have control over compared to others, such as what buildings might be good to park a light vehicle behind or a tank behind, or where's the high ground where you can get a good field of fire. I find that for this midpoint, it's really difficult to control it as the Soviets, especially if they have the Axis has control of this area that I was just looking at then, that sort of square with that sort of shed in the middle of it. If you can get your units in there and really provide get some MGs in there and just sort of sweep through the midpoint. As you can see here, I've starting to get good map control. I'd say I've had a pretty good start here. This seems to be pretty slow out of the gates, I'd say. I think I've played this guy before. The name seems familiar. I think it's probably someone who's beaten me in the past, I'd say. If I can remember the name, usually, that's reason why. So, just trying to get my units spread across the map. Even just single riflemen position on the corners, not let them sneak through on the sides at all. Sneaky Panzerschreck. Microing some grenades is always useful. Sometimes to spend a little bit of time microing one unit to get a really good grenade off can be a good use of your time. I know that I play pretty hectic when I play this. The high sensitivity of my mouse and everything looks like I'm sort of twitching all over the place. So it's good to sort of take things a bit slower sometimes and get that individual micro happening. I'm surprised that my AT rifle wasn't firing then. It's a good counter to those T20s. He's moving a light vehicle off to the northeast. I did see that. But I don't think I was worried about it. He's just, looks like he's trying to get some mid-control. Notice I'm losing a few units and just going to reinforce the side that is a little bit weaker. I was automatically buying a T60 here because I knew that no matter what I was going to do, I was going to buy that unit. Just try and find a good little spot for it to get behind cover and mow down his infantry. Put down some foxholes as you do. You can hear an AT rifle firing away in the background, so keep that in mind. Don't want to have my light vehicles out in the open. He has a counter. Another MG over to the side just to let him know that I have presence over there and he won't be able just to walk all the way around the side of the map. T60's in position. I think at this point of the game I was pretty comfortable. And I was curious to know what he's going to bring up, what kind of doctrine unit he's going to bring in. I know like next to nothing about the Finns. I don't play them at all, not interested in playing them. So I don't not quite across what units they could bring out for doctrine. Usually people bring out a Landswerk of some kind when they play Finns. So just probably don't need to buy. I'm almost at CP limit. Probably be a good spot to do something like buy a sniper with just should only cost 8 CP, but can really get a huge amount of value out of it if it's get it in the right spot. Notice the T60's on 0 kills, so I want to make sure that it's trying to get into a good position, not just sitting there doing nothing. First kill it gets is a friendly. Just bringing out single soldiers, make sure that I'm at max CP. I got the most units I can possibly have. As I don't see a need to float manpower at this stage. Don't need to save up for anything just yet. Just playing fairly passive. I think I might have caught him off guard somewhat in this game. He's not quite sure what to do, but he is making a move into that pretty crucial part of the map. Notice a lot of my guys are running out of ammo. Something I could do would be swap some ammo into those MGs, keep them up and running, but didn't feel like I had the time to bother with that. Blasting a hole in the wall, get myself to a better position. Nade micro goes a long way. Wouldn't want to be inside that T20. Can see that he's brought up an armor car. Just notice as I bring my Shrek around. Find as Soviets, once you get pushed off this midpoint, you're quite pretty much stuffed. So I want to make sure I just keep up the pressure. My AT rifle just got AT rifled. Probably not much left of him. It's the wrong T20 that was firing at me actually. Try and bring some Panzer Shrek boys around. Panzerfaust assault steppers. Super strong unit. You want to be bringing in elite infantry at this stage of the game. Those sort of tier 1 rifle squads are just useless almost at this stage. The low health and low cap weight. So we're starting. He's got full control of the southwest point. I haven't got a single guy there. Probably want to, hopefully I notice that at some stage soon. Nice shot. Can see him sort of squeezing from that southwest point, but just got it covered. Some SMG guys. I do notice that now. He might have done better to push some guys around the northeast part of the map. I didn't quite have that covered too much. Rather than just sort of headbutting his way into the midpoint. It's a nice Panzer Shrek. Starting to get a bit desperate, you can tell. The squad's just sitting out in the open. I find it's always super important not to panic when you're playing 1v1s, which are much more stressful than 2v2s. And I much prefer 1v1s. As you see, most of my gameplay being it's more like a boxing match than a street brawl. truck as I nade myself. Bit of a theme. Do have a Panzerschreck guy there, I do notice that. Keep some of the crew off you. I'd say this guy's light vehicle play is possibly not the greatest example in this game. So just sort of park them all in the middle of the point there. Not done too much else. So reached second line doctrine units, bringing out a wave of stuff, but it's too late. This infantry is king. And that's that. Thanks for watching, see you next time.